We're going to start looking at the arrows of your chart to help you understand your own body and its relationship with the timing of when it's going to want you to eat, okay? So remember, the point of this is to differentiate and to help you know your own self better and to have this knowledge so that you can sort of observe yourself and also just ignore every other piece of advice that doesn't pertain to you and how you are wired to eat. So you can see on my chart that the arrow's pointing into my head. And so if you have an arrow that's pointing in, you have a passive brain. And what this means in terms of how it's going to look in your day-to-day life as far as when you eat is that you don't want to schedule. Your energy likes to flow. Your energy is unpredictable, and it's normal for you to not be hungry at the same times every day. This is part of your design. It's part of who you are. Some people thrive on like consistent eating habits, like, oh, I wake up and I always do this, this, and this. This will also relate to your lifestyle in terms of health and everything, but since we're in a health program, you are not a person that needs to be doing the same exact thing every single day. You're going to ebb and flow. So because I have a passive brain, I'll give you examples of how this looks for me. Sometimes I wake up and I'm really, really hungry, meaning like my stomach is growling, like it wants something. And so I'm going to eat earlier in the day versus other days. I'm just like, whatever, I don't need to eat until my body tells me to. And especially because I have indirect light as a profile, I don't typically get very hungry till later in the day, but it'll fluctuate even then. Kind of if I feel like eating early evening, if I feel like eating at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock or 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. But I found that I do have a rhythm, and you'll notice this too if you just don't put any rules on the way your body wants you to eat when you actually get hungry. So you know the foods that are safe to eat, you know the foods that are going to feed into health. And now we're just sort of looking at, when does your body typically show you that it needs something from you? And this, again, it's important because